Good morning. This is Don with Charter Senior Living of Bowling Green. And today our guest is Andi Wilkins, a physical therapist with Lifeline Home Health. Good morning, Andi.
Good morning, Don.
Glad to have you today.
Thanks for having me.
One of the things that I know we were talking about was that for many Americans, the ability to remain at home hinges upon safety. And I've got a lot of statistics. I'm sure you're going to share some today too, but the focus is really for our viewers today on the bathroom. What can we do to help them remain home, be safe at home, and offset any future potential injuries, falls, things of that nature? So can you tell us a little bit about your role with Lifeline?
Well, I'm a physical therapist, so I go into people's homes or assisted living facilities and evaluate for strength deficits, balance deficits, any type of decreased mobility they may have, whether it be from hospitalizations or just not being able to get out right now during the pandemic, things like that. And we do a tour of the home to make sure there's no fall hazards. And of course, the bathroom is one of the places that we focus on a lot, simply because it is one of the highest areas for falls with our elderly population.
Yeah, I've read recently that up to 80% of falls in someone's home occur in the bathroom. Right. And these falls can range from minor scrapes and bruises to broken bones, head injury, and even spinal cord injury. So it can be very serious.
Yes, yes.
So before we go in and look in the bathroom with you, going through all those steps, tell me why the bathroom, just overall in general, is such a dangerous area of the home.
Well, of course, one, we're dealing with water, and two, most of the time in a home, we don't have carpet in the bathroom simply because of the risk for overflooding toilets and things like that, making it not as good to have carpet. So you usually have a tile floor, and between the water and the tile floor obviously makes it a high, slippery area.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's something that we don't want people who are tuning in today or later to overlook.
Right.
We want them to look at all those things that could be a potential hazard.
Correct. Let
me throw out a couple statistics. Every 11 seconds, an older adult is treated in the emergency room for a fall. That's amazing.
That is
statistics.
Amazing. Wow.
Here's another one. More than 300,000 people are hospitalized each year from broken hips, and 95% of those with fractures are the result of a fall. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control. Right. So, I mean, the numbers are astronomical.
Sure. Yes.
And, if someone is doing well at home, they're getting around from room to room, the first place that it's probably going to happen is that tight space, the wet floor, the stepping maneuvers, everything that we're going to see in just a moment in the bathroom.
Right.
So, anything else that you want to share about this before we go?
Right. A lot of the recommendations that we do make to people to help prevent falls in the bathroom changes are easily made. They're not something that you have to have a whole bathroom renovation to be able to make it safer within it. Mm-hmm. So, I always tell people keep that in mind, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to have a whole new bathroom. And you don't. There's a lot of things out there now to help us be safe with min to moderate cost.
Sure. I know here at Charter Senior Living, we install support bars, and we're going to see those in a moment. But the other thing that we do is we move the towel bar away from the tub area, so that if you're getting in and out of the tub or shower, that's not what you grab.
Right. Some of your towel bars are okay, but then there are a lot that they kind of jiggle a little bit. They're not in a stud correctly, so they're not something that you could put pressure on.
Right.
That's not what they were made for. They were made to hang a towel, not hold weight. Right.
So great. Well, let's go in there together and stay with us, because we're going to learn a lot today. Okay, we're back with Andi, and we're going to walk through the bathroom steps here with her just a little bit. Andi, tell us where you want to begin today.
Okay, well, first we'll just start, before we get to the bath area, start with coming into the bathroom. This one is a very good one. Obviously, it's got room enough. If you needed to bring your walker all the way in, you could. Something to think about, there are some doorways in houses that are not as wide and may not be conducive to bringing your walker in. So at that point, you know, a lot of people, if you can park it and then kind of walk, and a lot of people do hand placement. The vanity is a safe place to put weight. It is built into the wall, so those are okay to hold on to. And then we would make our way over to the shower. So this is a tub shower, which most homes have, and a lot of homes don't have a walk-in shower. So what we would do here, these have the grab bars that are already nicely placed. So when we come up to a shower, obviously, we want to make sure, one, we have a good rug that doesn't slide, okay? So we have something that if it gets wet, it's not going to move, and it's still going to be a good grip for us when we're stepping in and stepping out. First, what you would want to do is kind of hold on to this bar and then reach forward. And then you have a good support here where you can come up. Most people want to kind of come up to the side, okay, when they're stepping in, all right? And then once in, you know, you can turn around. There's a bar here to hold on to. Of course, this is the handheld shower head, which is great, especially if you do have like a shower chair in here, which would allow you to be able to sit down, you know, bring the handheld shower head down, and then while you're sitting, you would be able to wash and not have to get up as often. Some of the tubs, the bottoms, obviously they don't have the anti-skid in, so we would want to make sure we get one of the waterproof mats that you can just place down in the tub while you're in here, just to, again, prevent slip and falls, okay? Something else to think about, grab bars are great, but if you don't have the ability to do that, they do make a, I call it like a big horseshoe. It's kind of a little handle that just clips on and is very stable here that can help you get in and out as well, okay? And then again, coming out, I do recommend having a towel nearby where at least before you step out, you can dry off some so that you're not, again, as wet and more prone to making spots on the floor. Again, you'll just hold on to here and then step over and step over, okay? And then we're back out.
And you have the dry mat that you're standing on.
Correct, which is perfect. We again want to step out onto something, either a mat, or we even have people that just use towels, but anything to prevent the floor from getting wet. And obviously here, if you needed to sit down, you have your commode, which is a great place to sit and continue to dry off before walking onto the regular floor.
Okay. Now, when you're getting if someone is using a bath chair, 1 seat, 2 seat, either one, what are some of the secrets to being safe getting up out of that chair?
Okay. Well, if you have a chair that is more like a stool or doesn't have any real handles, again, when you're sitting, you're going to want to try to reach up, hold on, and reach up with one hand on your grab bar. So again, you would really need either the built-in grab bars that are screwed in, or even the ones with suction work well. I do recommend, though, when you use those, to before you put your weight on it, just to test it and make sure it hasn't lost its grip. They do work well. Some surfaces they don't work as well on, so it's just a matter of kind of trying it out. And then again, if you have the shower stool, you know, you can stay seated and just kind of work your way over to kind of, you know, step over and then stand up, and you can use the grab bars as well. There is a transfer tub bench, which is really nice, especially if you have a difficult time lifting a leg up, okay? So it has 2 legs outside and 2 legs inside. So basically, you would start here and scoot and then pick your leg up. Of course, you're sitting and pick your other leg up. And then now you're on the inside. It still works well with a shower because you can tuck the shower curtain in so it doesn't get all over the floor. And then again, you would use your handheld shower. And then to get out, just the opposite. We're scooting down, we're bringing our leg over and bringing our other leg over. And meanwhile, we're still scooting our bottoms and we'll remain sitting till we get out here.
That seems like a great method to use for someone that has, a lot of instability standing, especially when you're on wet surfaces.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a great option. And if you have the weakness, because this comes up to my knees, so this is a pretty good step over. But again, with the transfer tub bits, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Great. What about soap? How much does soap in the base of a tub play into slippery surfaces?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously. So again, that's why we recommend the mat, because that will not pose as much of a problem. Again, just you can take your handheld shower and just kind of rinse it off. If you do have a shower chair and things, and like I said, having another towel, a lot of people will still put the towel in there and kind of dry off a little bit while they're in the shower sitting on the bench, which is a good option. The drier you can be before you get out, obviously the safer.
Yeah. Okay. Great. That's a great explanation of everything as far as going in and coming back out of the tub. And that works even for people that have a step-in shower as well.
Yes. So with the step-in shower, obviously it's a lot. I mean, a lot of them have maybe a 3 or 4 inch. Some are a little higher, but 3 or 4 inch, I'd say about average. Again, for those with the step-in shower, the grab bars are still a great option because again, you have to do a little step. So this is a little more dramatic, but the grab bars work great there too. And then some of your built-in showers too will have a little chair to sit on, already built in, or a built-in ledge. The only thing you have to think about with those is some of the ledges don't have grippers on them. So, sitting on a towel versus just sitting on the seat without anything. I've had people that have had the granite, little stools in there that are built in. And we have to think of options to be able to make that not slippery. Because again, soap's coming off of you, water. So even a little gripper mat there or a towel works great.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Andi. Okay, we're back. Andi, thank you so much for walking us through some bathroom safety tips and steps that can help someone prevent a fall. So let's just close with this. What if someone is in their home, they're not sure their bathroom is what it needs to be? What would you encourage them to do?
Well, you all can, contact us, Lifeline Home Health, and we can come out and make a run through of your home in the bathroom to see if there's any quick little fixes or easy fixes that could make it safer for you. And also contacting Charter, Don, with Charter Assisted Living and asking him questions, and he can give you some tips as well.
We've been down this road many times, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we know what works, and we can help them understand the costs involved, whether it's minimal or more, more than what they would expect.
Give them kind of an idea, a range. Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you, Andi. We appreciate you today.
You're welcome. Glad I could come.